today.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Seattle. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined there.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. There's McLaurin. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. Sliding out of the pocket. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 18 carries, 89 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big yardage that time for Washington. 46 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Eckler. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Eckler again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Austin Eckler with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And some strong running. And he'll only get this back to the 10-yard line. Not too sure what he was doing there. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Pittman, 35 yards. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll throw over the middle, taken in. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This complete to Lockett. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Flush to his right. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 13 yards down to the 13. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You and I talk a lot about these special teams and how important those can be. That comes into play here. The defense, not very alert.
And this is something you work on all the time as a defender. Always saying, alert, be ready for the fake. But sometimes you fall asleep anyway.
Blankenship out for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. So from the 37, here's second down and 8. to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here's Walker.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Touchdown! Kenneth Walker. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's got his man. Complete to Smith and Jigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Metcalf.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
It's caught. Lockett. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. May hear a few words from his head coach on that decision.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll set up to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Still on his feet.
Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 75.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now back to throw.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. On the give, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to Walker on 1st down.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
This 2nd and 4. And Walker once more.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. On play action, they'll throw. This is Fant on the short completion. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. They'll drop to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game defensively. They have a big challenge on their hands. So the penalty decline, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard into line of scrimmage.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. They'll set up a throw. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. His fourth rushing touchdown on the year, his fifth overall. And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position.
And this is caught. 36 yards on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
And going right back to Pittman.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually told me that they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Dak Prescott, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Room to maneuver at the 35 and down to the 29-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Hand off here to Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Eckler now between the tackles. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson taking it in. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get two more possessions.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 5. And they'll give here to Charbonnet on the option.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. They'll look to throw here. Puts it on the carpet, it's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it out.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 38-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's the give to McIntosh.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Myers' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass.
And this is caught. 39 yards there. A big one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
They'll look to throw, and that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He'll buy some time right. This is caught. Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Commanders get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd down and 1. Option play, McIntosh.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They go play action here on 1st down. Stiff-armed him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be
a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Second and 3. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Commanders add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This complete to Lockett. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. Now 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll look to throw again. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So now then, the big... Play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 28 yards. And the Commanders are pouring it on. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This is 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Still going. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 83 yards. And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead, and they got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase the...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Michael Pittman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders just continue to roll. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this. No, okay.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going right back to Fant. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And this one too low.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up a throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point up and through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That one looks like he'll throw here. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Escapes the defender.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of
a leap, and he will make the catch.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this. And in this case, they were actually able to win it.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Washington, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.